Welcome to WellsCountyVoice.com as we get set for a scrimmage here at Norwell High School. Buffton Tigers have come into town, and I've got the pleasure of having the voice of Norwell, at least our basketball and baseball voice. He kind of hides behind the scenes during football season. What, you do stats for the stats for the team? So I've tried to coax him into doing football, but he seems dedicated to the stat function. But no stats going on tonight, so we managed to steal Derek Decker out of the stands. And hope. Okay, we are back live. Obviously, I'm going to have to baby this feed a little bit, but that's why we're doing it. So we hopefully work out all these problems before week one. Norwell has come out on the field. And Derek, tell us a little bit about this 2017 Norwell squad.
Well, both teams, frankly, are looking to bounce back after rough 2016 campaigns. The Knights, of course, winless, and really failed to be competitive in a lot of games. And I think that's the next step for this program, and I think it's very attainable for this season. There's a lot of good talent coming in, a lot of young talent. This team's going to be fairly young for the coming years, and they're looking to really improve offensively where they struggled a year ago. The lack of a scrimmage believed to hurt them in Game 1. They gave up 72 points on the road to an Eastbrook team who made a deep state run.
That's right.
But in any case, I think the lack of a scrimmage really hurt Norwell going down there a little unprepared, giving up 53 points in the first half. Kind of caught off guard. Special teams were a mess. But really improved after that in Week 2. Was competitive for 3 quarters against Heritage, and then tried to be competitive from there out. And really only a couple games. We're talking Huntington North, Columbia City, those kind of games where those are going to be concerns for a win this year. But definitely should be a better squad. They're improving, led by a really talented coach in Josh Gerber in his second year. And I know he works day in and day out to get the job done and is really the right guy to be leading this program.
And you talked a little bit about this before we got on the broadcast, that a little different defensive scheme here this year?
Yeah, that's right. They're trying to, they really overhauled their defense, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of that tonight. So everything's still a learning curve for that, but offensively they're going to be doing a lot of the same things as last year. They've got a little more speed off of the ball this year, which should be exciting to watch. I know these two teams met in an 11-on-11 scrimmage several weeks ago in the summer, so we know that went pretty well for both teams. Norwell, I understand, played pretty well in 2 of their 3 scrimmages. Also had scrimmages against South Adams and Adams Central. And of course, a different format this evening. We'll touch on that as the evening goes on. But 15 plays from the other 35, I believe, is where we started out.
So, again, you got the privilege of me being on the camera, and I've never run camera for a football game in my entire career. So imagine you probably won't see the football in the frame all the time, but I'll do the best I can, and we'll let Derek call the play, so at least we'll get an audio description of what's going on. And Tigers should come out, and they're pretty much their traditional 4-receiver set, shotgun formation.
You know, that's something Norwell tried a lot last year, too. A lot different offensively, spread it out a lot more. It's a nice carry up the middle all the way out to midfield to start it off. 15 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Tigers.
So the Tigers move the chain on the first play of the game.
So 15 plays is the allotment here on the first set from their own 35, so they've got to go about 3/4 of the way on the field. And again in shotgun, Buffton will set up. Got a late flag flying in from referee, I believe that's Rod Hissong out there this evening. But we've got, I'm guessing, going to be a face mask. Yep. That's what it's going to be. It was a nice stuff by the Norwell defense, but a face mask of the 5-yard variety will give Buffton a 1st and 5 at the 45. Linebackers a lot different for Norwell this year, too. A lot of different responsibilities for them. play action this time. Play is blown dead after contact, about a yard short of the first down mark. It'll bring up 2nd and a yard.
Now, is that blown dead just due to precautionary issues for the scrimmage, or?
I'll see. Scrimmage rules may have changed because we noted that Norwell did not get the privilege of playing in one last year.
Oh.
There's some movement, and a flag is thrown.
I think that's going to be offside Knights.
Yep. Contact by the Knights, and it will give Buffton a first down. It'll move it again, 2nd first down of the evening for the Tigers. It'll move it to the 36. 11 plays left on the drive, or 12 plays rather. Penalties that are blown dead do not count as a play. So still 12 plays left on the drive for Buffton. 3 receivers to the near side this time for the Tigers, and looking to pass to the near sideline. It's incomplete. The throw was a little low. Wouldn't have picked up a whole lot anyway, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Norwell, of course, opens the season again next week with Eastbrook. Always a tough task ever since they had to find somebody to replace the Leo non-conference since the Lions joined the Northeast 8. A good run broken out this time to the far sideline. It'll be good enough for first down yardage, knocked out of bounds about the 23-yard line, and the Tigers pick up another first down. Good run, good blocking that time by the Tigers, allowing a little bit of a hole open up to the far side. Four receivers again, 2 split to either side for Buffton, and this time it'll be handed off up the gut for a pickup of about 2. Brought down by a host of Knights. Talked about the young defensive line for Norwell as well.
Tigers coming into tonight with a new coach, Coach Brett Kunkel, in his first year.
Something else allowed here at Scrimmage is coaches allowed to be on the field away from the play, and both teams have them behind the play at this point. That was bobbled near the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for Buffton. Halfway through the first drive of the scrimmage for the Tigers, and the ball rests at the 22. Sitting just outside the red zone. There's the snap. Looking to throw this time over the middle. Official was in the way for a moment, and I think that might have played a factor in the incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th and 8.
Now, does the drive run short if it's 4th and out, or do they just finish 15 plays?
It's 4th and out, I believe. It returns to the 35.
Okay.
At least that's how I remember it being played several years ago. Fourth and 8 for Buffton. It'll be balls on the ground. They try to play action, and it's recovered by the defense. Norwell jumps on top of it. And it's a turnover on 4th down. Didn't really make that much of a difference anyway, as they would have turned it over on downs anyway, and the Tigers will return to their own 35 with 6 plays to go. There is a clock on this as well, but really doesn't make much of a difference to anybody. It's a running clock. Just depends on how many plays you can get in. You get 15 plays, or I think 15 minutes. If you don't get as many plays in, you can take as much time as you need to. But play clocks are being utilized this evening, and everybody now used to the 40-second play clock that was implemented last year. Trying to make it more like the college game. It was a 3-state test run, and everything seems to be going well. Indiana, Colorado, Michigan participating in those. Deep pass this time over the middle. He's got a man, but missed him by a step. But able to break free.
Nice arm.
I was going to say.
Put that up a good 40, 50 yards.
Right. Really nice distance that time and had him. Could have had him in stride, just overthrew him by about a step. But could have been a good play for Buffton, and defense breaking down again that time for Norwell. Second and 10 for the Tigers from the 35. High snap, ball's dropped again and picked up. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 2, able to recover and take it forward a couple of yards. Third and 8, 4 plays to go on the drive from the 37-yard line as the Tigers try to move the football closer to scoring position. They've only got a couple plays left to work with here before the Knights will get it from their own 35 and try the same thing over with 15 plays. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to the left side, trying to bounce out of traffic, and he can't do it. Swallowed up by the Norwell defense, a loss of a yard. And it'll bring up 4th down and a long 9. Nice coverage by the defense again. Aside from the first run up the middle for Buffton, they've struggled a little bit, and Norwell has done a nice job closing the gaps on defense so far. Four receivers, again, 3 to the right and 1 to the near side. Here's the snap. It's a screen pass, and not going to get a bunch of room at all. Didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Knights come up with another stop, and it will bring up the final 2 plays of the series for Buffton. They'll start over again from the 35, only able to pick up plus 1 yard on that set of downs. Nice number of fans made it out to the scrimmage this evening, a number of Buffton fans as well. This time a run broken to the outside, good enough for first down yardage. And Buffton will move the chains for one final time on the series. Pickup of 11 out to the 46. And we're back here at Norwell trying to run through some connection issues, but that's why we work these things out in the scrimmage. Here's the snap. Play action this time, and it's caught on the near side. It'll pick up 3, maybe 4 yards if we're being generous. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Call it 3 on the gain out to the 38-yard line. Buffton was able to break free a long touchdown run. 54 yards on the last play of the series for the only score for the Tigers. And there's movement on the far side. It'll be a false start this time on the Knights.
3rd penalty against Norwell here early.
Yep, face mask offside and now a false start penalty. And that will move it back to 2nd and 12. Carson Ringer in the backfield again for Norwell. Looks to lead this offense. Here's the pitch to him. It's on the sweep, trying to kick to the outside. Gets 1 block and knocked down near the 40-yard line. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5, we'll call it. Nice pickup of 7 on 2nd down to make it a 3rd and manageable situation for Norwell. Of course, all of these 4-down situations this evening. And the snap. Pass comes to the outside, and it's in and out of the hands of a receiver. And it'll bring up 4th down and 5. So Bluffton looking to come up with a defensive stop. On a normal Friday, that is going to be recorded as a stop, as this is a punt situation, but not tonight. Option to Ringer, had some trouble with it, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Didn't pick up anything, dropped about 2 yards on the play, and it's a turnover on downs. The Knights will have to return to the 35. Not a successful first set of downs for Norwell. Bluffton's defense doing a nice job snuffing out the option on 4th and 8. So the same set of guys in there for Norwell this time. There's 2 separate options you can use for the scrimmage. They're using the one with no kicking game. There will be 2 series with only reserves. Keeper this time, good for 3 yards.
That spread set that Norwell is showing, is that a pretty consistent set from last year?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ever since Coach Gerber came on, it's been a real spread out format. A lot of options, a lot of sweeps. Not packing it in at all as it used to be several years ago. The Knights have had some good teams with that situation, though, that alignment. 2nd and 7 from the 38. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pass this time. He's going to air it out over the middle. It's a jump ball, and it falls incomplete. Contested down there. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Kind of a wobbly pass unleashed that time. And the Knights are struggling to move the ball early. Norwell, of course, had scrimmages against Wayne several years ago. Had several games against them and was really just outmatched in both speed and agility and skill. Team from the SAC can be beneficial in the scrimmage, but just couldn't pick up a lot of experience there. Only a yard, maybe 2 on the carry that time. It'll bring up 4th down, and we'll call it 6. Knights have yet to pick up a first down on the evening. No big plays at all. Bluffton's defense has done a nice job. And the snap on 4th and 6. Middle, and this time it goes for a first down. The Knights pick up 11 yards and have finally moved the chains for the first time, a little slant. As we continue to battle connection issues. Everybody knows how frustrating that can be, especially for your broadcasters.
Those at home have no idea.
Oh, my goodness. Some real solid contact off the ball there, but not able to pick up a lot of yardage. Bring up 2nd down and just inside 10. Got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't lose any. Biggest play for the Knights so far has been the slant. Good for 11 yards on 1st and 10 on the 3rd set of downs. High snap, tucked option to the far side. He's got a little bit of running room, tripped up near the 50 and falls forward into Bluffton territory to the 48-yard line for the first time. Bring up 3rd down and call it 3. It's be interesting to see how the Knights can perform in these 3rd down situations. This is a big one for Norwell. Could be an indicator on how they will do in the regular season. It'll be a keeper and didn't get much. Only about a yard. Bring up 4th and 2. Just 3 plays to go here in the series for the Knights. They'll need to get all the way to the Bluffton 44.
This is a good scrimmage play. This 4th and short when you're in the opposing team's side of the field.
And that's a situation where you're going to go for it a lot. Good to gain some real experience. Play clock's going to run out on this one. I don't know if anybody's paying attention. And here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, and he didn't get there.
Nope.
Tackled short of the 45. He needed to get all the way to the 44. And the Knights will return to the 35 for a final 2 plays.
And that's a good scrimmage play for both sides. It's pretty much a battle of the lines.
Well, Ringer definitely picked up positive yardage that time. Would have worked on 4th and a yard, but he needed 2 and maybe 3 yards to get the first down there and was not able to get it. So 2 plays left in the series. Knights spread it out again. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. Here's the sweep, and Ringer trying to get to the outside. Picks up positive yardage. A good run of 7 on first down. And this will be the final play of the drive for Norwell. Of course, Bluffton broke out a run of 54 yards on their final play of the drive. It's the only score in this game so far. Shotgun again, as always. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. He's got some time. Airs it out over the middle and stumbling and nowhere close as he overthrew him by a number of yards. And that will conclude Norwell's first offensive series. They'll return to the defensive end where Bluffton will take over.
So now how many of these will they do? What constitutes a quarter or a half?
15 plays, so now you get 10 plays, and okay. I believe it goes, I'll have to check, the paper's over here. Okay, 10 plays from the 10, so the first and goal, Bluffton will start it off. They've been playing west to east so far. Away from the sun for the offense. Something that goes into the flip a lot of times here at Norwell with an east-west setup. Offenses really don't want to play into the sun in the first half, so this is a 3-minute break in between series here, so we've got some time.
Well, let's try our commercials. Let's see if that function works today.
Located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis is a private Catholic university enrolling 2,300 students in majors ranging from the liberal arts to the creative arts to the health services. Small class sizes, personal attention, and the freedom to explore your options. A USF education has a lot to offer. Visit their beautiful campus and see for yourself how you can be a part of the University of St. Francis. Visit sf.edu to learn more about the University of St. Francis. The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free child care while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
Buffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Buffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Kerry Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Buffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Kerry Jennis at Buffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit.
Yeah, welcome back to the courtyard. First play, the ball comes loose after he hit the ground as both teams will get it from the 10. He was marked short by about 1.5 feet. He's inside the 1 yard line.
I think the ruling was the ground caused the fumble, so
it'll be 2nd and goal for Buffton. Norwell not able to score on their first series of 15 plays. Buffton broke free a 54-yard run at the end of theirs. Here's the snap. Hand off, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage, I believe. We'll call it a loss of 0.5 yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down and goal. I think this is a good situation for both teams to get into as well. Of course, the IHSA provides the guidelines for these scrimmages. And the snap. Looking to throw, goes to the outside, and it gets through. And it's a Buffton touchdown as they get into the end zone for a 2nd time. A defender was there. It appeared like he might be able to get a hand on it at the very least. But it went through him and into the arms of a waiting receiver for a touchdown. 2nd score of the game for the Tigers. And they'll return to the 10 for a 1st and goal. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, and the pass is incomplete after some real nice movement off the ball from Norwell, creating some problems in there. A couple of linemen able to knock into some Buffton guys. And
that's kind of the staple of the Buffton offense, that kind of little bubble screen.
Yep.
Throw is right there.
Norwell, a team that runs a lot more options than most. Hand off and stuff near the line. Tried to keep the legs churning, but fell back forward to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 3rd down and goal from outside the 10. So we'll see what the Knights can do here. They've given up some big plays on 3rd down and even 4th down once. And the snap. Hand off towards the end zone, and he is in. Another Buffton touchdown, and the Knights break down again on 3rd down. They've struggled a little bit on 3rd down so far. And Buffton gets into the end zone for a 3rd time. Valuable experience for both of these teams. A lot of younger guys getting a chance to experience the game at the varsity speed, especially guys that played JV last year. And that's what scrimmages are for. Try out a lot of new things. Knights are going to bring some pressure this time. Gets to the outside. A block and taken down about the 1 yard line. Almost got to the pylon. Knocked down just short. 2nd and goal from the 1 yard line. Often will make one substitution, and injury appears to have occurred.
Yeah, number 88 walking a little gingerly towards the sideline, but I think he'll walk that off.
Yeah, I think you're right. It doesn't appear to be too significant. The snap, looking to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete, and it's going to be pass interference. The defense got there too early, and it'll give Buffton a fresh set of downs from the 1.
Yeah, ball thrown a little bit behind the receiver, and Buffton is going to have another.
Well, Norwell brings the offense back onto the field, which is also most of the defense. And we'll see if they're able to get it in here. Didn't have a lot of action on offense first time. The biggest play, an 11-yard gain on a slant pass on 1st and 10 back from their own 35, and that's about as far as they went on any single play. Only got it into Buffton territory for the last couple of plays. Movement, and we are going to have false start again. The Knights have been whistled, I believe, now for 5 penalties in this one, and Buffton yet to be whistled for one. Knights trying to work out some discipline issues, and they've all been, with the exception of the face mask, plus the pass interference, the rest of them have been either offsides or false start motion penalties. And you see that a lot in scrimmages. So 1st and goal from the 15 now, rolling out to the left, dumping it off here short, and it's falling incomplete. Got the receiver turned around a little bit, and it's 2nd and goal. In the shotgun, here's the snap. Quick handoff up the middle. Undercut at the line. Only going to pick up 2 yards, maybe 3. And it'll bring up 3rd and goal from outside the 10 near the 12. It's a nice 79-degree afternoon. A little warm for football. But here at the courtyard, as we mentioned earlier, a pretty good number of fans making it out to the scrimmage this year. Both eager to see some improvement in both of the programs.
Football weather-wise is always crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
We begin the season sweltering. We end the season in snowflakes.
And off again, and not a lot there at all, as Buffton has swallowed up the run game on a number of occasions so far this evening, and it'll bring up 4th and goal from the 14. Norwell's only gone backwards in this series. Buffton opens up the season with Northfield on the road. Wins last year over Manchester and Southern Wells. But really all 3 Wells County schools struggled mightily last year. We've got a whistle now. And it's an equipment issue. It has been taken care of. 4th and goal. Knights looking for something on offense. Carson Ringer in there. And to the end zone it goes, and it's caught in the end zone for a touchdown, and the Knights punch it in. 4th and goal from the 14, and the Knights convert. Kind of had to come back to the football that time. It looked like it was supposed to be near the pylon and then had to jump for it, but he had a little bit of a lane, and pass was completed, and the Knights have scored. We've got 6 plays left here on the drive.
Let's see if that gives them a little bit of confidence here, the last 6 plays.
Here's the option, and Carson Ringer's got a head of steam, picks up 5. Gets almost to the 5-yard line. Kind of cut down again. Buffton has done a nice job of tackling on several occasions so far this evening. It's a good positive for this program defensively. They're not going to give yardage to Ringer to the 6. So only 4 on the pickup. 2nd and goal with 5 plays left on the drive. And the snap. Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Buffton. The Knights turn it over. Disaster inside the 10. And the Knights will return to the 10-yard line after the turnover. Well, after this series is over, both teams will take 12 plays from the plus 35, the other 35 this time. But still 3 plays left after Norwell turned it over on 3rd and goal. They've gotten it in once. Here's the snap. Sweep. Ringer to the outside, trying to gain the edge, and picks up 5 before being run out of bounds. Two plays left. Knights trying to make the most of it before having to go to the 35, but the offense has struggled a little bit so far. It was nice to see him convert on 4th and goal from the 14 to the corner of the end zone. Here's the snap. We've got movement again, and the Knights are going to be whistled for their 6th penalty so far. So they'll return back to the 11-yard line, outside the 10 again. The majority of the plays in this drive have come from outside the 10. That's not where you want to be when you start at the 10, when you've got goal to go. Coach Gerber trying to calm things down before this next play. And the snap. Play action over the middle. It's incomplete, but this is a clear pass interference penalty as the arm came across the collar way before the pass was there. It'll be pass interference. It'll give Norwell one final play. Still waiting for the signal. Okay, so it's going to be a defensive hold. That'll move the ball to the 5. And this will be, even though it's 2nd down, the last allotted play of the drive for Norwell. See if they can punch it in again. They've gotten it in once. Buffton has scored 4 times, once on the first set. 54-yard run. And 3 times from the 10. And the snap. Handoff goes nowhere. Ringer is stopped in the backfield, and that will be the final play from the 10. And, Scott, I think it's fair to say that through the first 2 series, Buffton has done a nice job in this scrimmage and has overpowered Norwell at times.
Well, certainly the penalties aren't helping the Knights at all, and it's tough to try to put any momentum together on your offense when it's constantly be broken up by penalties.
That is certainly an issue the Knights dealt with last year. Same thing, a lot of motion penalties, a lot of false starts, a lot of jumping off sides on 3rd and 4, and you just can't have that. You're giving too many things to the defense or the offense that just are not being earned at all. We're at a 4-minute break at this point.
When you're a young team to boot, then all of a sudden to be in a 1st and 15 rather than a 1st and 10.
Right. And it's real disheartening to your defense when it's done a nice job on the first 2 downs, and then it's got a chance to get a stop on a 3-and-out, and then on 3rd and 4 jump off sides and give a first down without emerging it. And that's real frustrating for a team that's struggled to put together any kind of momentum over the last couple of years. Just the lone win stands out over the last 2 years. Back in 2015, the last regular season game at Columbia City, a 22-20 victory for the Knights.
We're going to take a little bit of a break, cue up some commercials. We'll be right back.
That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty,
What?
and my team are here to help you go for 3
What do you say?
by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here
I
to help
promise I'll
things
bring
go
my
right.
rosy face next
So
time.
call me, State Farm agent
Okay.
Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
TW Fable, a modern American restaurant, is now open at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton, and it's bigger and better than ever. You can enjoy the same fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Reservations are recommended by calling 260-353-1360. Everyone is welcome at TW Fable.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis
7 to 10 minutes or so. It just shuts down, and I've got to relaunch production truck to get
And welcome back to the courtyard. First set of drive from the 35, the plus 35. Bluffton's going to air it out. It is a wobbly pass, underthrown, but hauled in near the sideline. Norwell had a real chance that time to pick that football off, but it's going to be a pickup of 32 all the way down to the Norwell 3, where it'll be 1st and goal.
So if you could give me a call, you can reach me at 260-615-1566. Again, Scott Benser, Wells County Boys, 260-615-1566. Thank you.
Here comes 1st and goal. A nice job for Bluffton on the first time, and this time he's going to go down, a sack in the backfield, and some of that yardage gets taken right back on a nice defensive play by the Knights. Loss of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from about the 8.
I think we got a new quarterback in for
Yep.
the Tigers, Derek.
There has been a change. And the ball comes loose, and Norwell picks it up, and Bluffton turns it over after a bailout on the first play. Bluffton kind of caught a break. It was an underthrown, wobbly pass that was hauled in near the sideline, then a sack and a turnover will force Bluffton all the way back to the 35.
So we're running a football scrimmage, and production truck is just shutting down.
Well, it was nice to see the Knights recover after giving up a big play on 1st and 10. Back to the 35 goes the Tigers, and Here's the snap. Play action. Trying to tuck it and run, and he will pick up some positive yardage. 3 yards on the carry for being brought down.
I have not sent any logs. Yeah, can I do that while I'm broadcasting?
Tigers line up for the 5th play. And the snap. Looking to throw. And it is through the hands of one receiver into the hands of another. And Buffton gets fortunate for a second time on the drive. And this time it's enough to move the chains.
Well, I mean, usually when I lose network, it'll start the backlog. Now it just-
1st and 10 now at the 22-yard line of Norwell,
I haven't
as
seen any backlog errors.
that time they picked up
The stream test ran.
9 yards.
I got a stream of about 2.5 meg. from
Here's the
stream
snap.
1.
Hand off, right side. Missed tackle by the Knights allows some positive yardage. Would have had him at or behind the line, but he's able to squirt free from a tackler and up to the 20-yard line. A pickup of, call it 2. Lights have been turned on here at Norwell. A new set of lights. Here comes 2nd down. And it's a broken play, and he still gets some yardage. Play is blown dead.
Yeah, so next Friday is our first week. So
And
debugging
no
everything.
positive yards. So bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. This is the 8th play of a 12-play series. 3rd and long again for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Wasn't expecting it, I don't think, and the handoff is not going to get a lot. Only 2 yards. And it will bring up 4th down and 6. Buffton fails to pick up the 1st down here. They'll have to return to the 35 again. They'll start all over. They had the ball inside the 5 on an occasion after the first play of this drive went for 32 yards.
And sometimes production truck will shut all the way down. Other times it will just, the stream will stop.
Knights on their first play,
But it's pretty consistent.
or the Tigers rather, continuing their drive. Didn't pick up a lot at all, only about a yard. Still battling connection issues here at Norwell. Ball resting just inside the 35. 2nd down and just shy of 10 with 2 plays left on the drive. Here's the snap back. Looking to throw to the near sideline, and it's caught. Tackled immediately, and he went farther east and west than he did north and south, and only a pickup of another yard will bring up 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 34, last play of the drive for Buffton. Have yet to get it in the end zone on this particular drive. The Knights will follow with 12 plays of their own from the 35. And the snap. Screen pass again, and another nice stop. The Knights cracked down on defense that time as Buffton did not pick up anything, and that will end the drive. Norwell does a nice job closing it out, and it'll be their turn for 12 plays.
I'm
Norwell's offense has been shaky to this point, but the defense certainly improved that time on that series. This is the last drive with the starters. Reserves will be entered on the next drive, the next two. And Norwell will begin their quest. Carson Ringer in the backfield for the Knights, and we talked about him a little while ago. That's what the offense is kind of built around. That's what you can expect to see him get a lot of touches this year. Here's the snap, looking to throw this time to the near sideline, tried a one-handed catch, and it falls incomplete. Knights have not hit their targets on the passing game so far. Just the one time in the end zone for a touchdown, the only time the Knights have gotten in. Here comes second down, and it's keeper, and contact was made near the 24-yard line, called the 23. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Knights.
I suspect it's a network issue.
So a 3rd and 3. First time the Knights have had anything just like this. That's what scrimmages are for. Try to get that experience. The ball is bobbled, and he's going to be drugged down well behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Yeah, well, again, I'm not that worried about what's happening tonight. There's something I need to do to get prepped for next Friday.
And the snap. Trying to get there on 4th and 6. Not going to happen. Stopped short. About 3 yards short of the first down, and the Knights will return to the 35. And they are not successful on their first 4 plays again. And the first play, the snap. Airing it out. He's got a man, and it's underthrown. The ball falls incomplete. No call on either side. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So here comes 2nd down for the Knights. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Tried the deep ball now on the sideline. And the snap. Knights spread it out on 4th down again. 2 receivers split to either side. Escapes some pressure out of the pocket. He's going to tuck and run. And the play is blown dead again, and the Knights will have to return to the 35 for another set of 4. Did not pick up anything on that try as they go 3 and out again. Actually 4 and out with no punts in this scrimmage. This, of course, much different than an average game during the week. But everybody looking forward to getting back out here for Friday nights. And that is not going to work at all. The play was blown dead after the ball hit the ground, but it's a loss of a bunch. It was flipped out to Ringer, who could not handle it. And it's all the way back to the 42, a loss of 7 yards. And the Knights have now negated what they did pick up in the first 8 plays. Things not getting a lot better here on offense. Trying to work things out. Eastbrook, of course, talked about them a little bit, making a tournament run. It's a tough opponent to face on week 1. That's what they've got to deal with. Right up the middle that time for a gain of a yard, maybe 2, just shy of the 40. 3rd down and long for the Knights. In the gun, 3rd and 15. Airing it out again over the middle. He's got a man. It's underthrown and batted down. As Buffton, that just hung up in the air too long for any kind of play to be made. It's going to be a jump ball every time. Gives the defense a chance to recover, and on that note, it was a little underthrown as well. And a ring up 4th and 15. New lights have been turned on here at Norwell. Of course, put in place over the summer. Just 4 banks of lights instead of 6. But those were several years old. Those had some real age on them. Probably older than me. Here's the snap on 4th and 15, and he's going to go down near midfield. No chance for any play to be made. A lot of lost ground on that drive. And the momentum that the defense gained was lost by the offense that time. That will end things for the starters as the reserves prepare to make their entry into this ball game. We'll check on the next set. It'll be 8 plays from their own 35 again for both teams, followed by another 8 plays from the yard line of choice. So whatever both guys get to agree to, but we know that'll be full of reserves. We will go to break and return after 60 seconds. We'll hear these words from the sponsors and be back at the courtyard after this. And welcome back to the courtyard. 8 plays for the reserves as they will start from their own 35 again. Doesn't give either team 8 plays, not a whole lot of time. Norwell on that last set from the plus 35, struggled to move the ball at all, actually lost some yards. Never got a first down in their 12 plays. Here's the snap back. Handoff goes to the left side, trying to dance to the outside. Didn't get much more than a yard, maybe 2 on first down. And we've definitely seen the defense for Norwell get better over the course of this scrimmage. Here comes second down. Not taking a lot of time in between plays as the play clock's still operating this evening, and of course the 40-second variety. And the snap. A little trouble with the exchange, and it's going to cost Buffton that extra half a beat off of the ball. Allowed Norwell to recover and push him back to the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 3rd down and 10. Man in motion at the snap, and it's a direct snap. I'm not sure he was ready for it. It wasn't on the money either, and he lost a couple more yards. Norwell was right there. 4th and 11. Ball resting at the 34-yard line. This will be the 4th play of the drive. They've got 4 to go following this, and then Norwell will take their 8 plays. Several JV guys in there right now. Hand off right side, not going to go anywhere. Norwell comes up with a stop, and they don't get any kind of yards. And they'll go back to the 35 for a 1st and 10. So Norwell defense does a nice job that time. See what they can do on the next set of 4. But it's safe to say that to this point, Buffton has been the better team. Wow. Thrown to the ground after a loss of 2. Again stopped in the backfield. Knights are quick off the ball on the defensive end here in the last couple of plays. Second and 12 from the 33. Fires one over the middle and broken up. More guys in blue were there than in white. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Norwell hasn't allowed much of anything here on these 8 plays from the 35. The reserves are in there. The starters are mostly done. Still a handful of varsity guys in there now. And the quick snap. Hand off. They're going to get some positive yards this time. Tackled forward after a pickup of 5. It'll bring up 4th and 6. But it's a manageable number out to the 39. They'll need to get to the 45 for a 1st down on the final play of their 8-play drive. Here's the snap. Screen, dropped. Not a good pass off of the snap, and that will end Buffton's offensive drive. It'll be Norwell's turn for 8 plays from the 35. So the Knights do a nice job that time. Buffton's defense has been impressive as well. They have really stopped Norwell's offense of doing much of anything. They only got it into the end zone once. That's when they had a 4th and goal from the 14. Kind of a miracle play in the end zone. Buffton scored once on their first drive, 3 times when they had it at the 10. But has been stopped short the last 2 times. The last drive, they had the ball all the way down inside the 5 after a long pass on the first play from scrimmage on that drive. But then a sack followed by a fumble resulted in Norwell coming up with a stop, pushing them back to the 35, and they didn't get much more from there. Norwell kind of taking a little bit of time between transitioning from defense to offense here. Still don't have 11 guys out there. A couple stragglers are hustling on. Of course, officials have changed their look a little bit too. Might not be too explicit from the common fan, but going to the thicker stripes this year as opposed to the thinner stripes makes them look just like college officials. Several of them in shorts, though, with the hot weather tonight. To the outside, this time cutting forward. There was contact made near the 40, so only a pickup of 5, but he was not going to be brought to the ground. That would have been a gain of much more. Would have been plenty for a 1st down, but not in this type of scrimmage. Here comes 2nd and 5 from the 40 as the Knights line up with trips to the left and one to the right. And the snap. Trying to get to the outside again. It'll be good enough for first down yardage as he is carried across to the 46. Pickup of 6, and it's a Norwell first down as they move the chains. So already nearing the end of this scrimmage, as after Norwell completes this drive, 8 plays for both teams from their yard line of choice. And the snap, handoff up the middle, some room to run, a little bit of green in front of him. Pickup of 8 on first down, really nice first down run. Out to the plus 45 as the Knights cross into Tiger territory for the second time today. And it'll be 2nd and 2 as the Knights line up 3 to the right side this time and 1 to the left. One man in that. Had some issues with production truck over the last few months after baseball season, but it's good to be back with you. Escaping the pocket and airing it out, and this is going to be underthrown. Really could have been picked off. Buffton missed an opportunity there as it went through the hands of a defender. And the Knights get bailed out for 2nd and 10. Really fortunate not to be having pushed back to the 35. Ball was well underthrown. This will be 2nd and 10. Knights have rotated now 3 quarterbacks in there. High snap, direct snap, trying to power forward, put his head down and picked up 2. But the Knights continue to look shaky on offense. This will be the last play of the drive for Norwell. They'll need 40 yards to get to the end zone. We did see it happen once on the last play. Buffton breaking off a big run. 3rd and 8 is the situation. And the snap. Looking to throw to the near sideline. It's going to fall incomplete. And that will end Norwell's drive. Neither team scores on either of the last 2 drives. And it'll be time for 8 plays from either side. We'll take a quick break while we change from offense to defense. And we'll be back after these words from our sponsors at the Courtyard.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, the University of St. Francis is a private Catholic university enrolling 2,300 students in majors ranging from the liberal arts to the creative arts to the health services. Small class sizes, personal attention, and the freedom to explore your options. A USF education has a lot to offer. Visit their beautiful campus and see for yourself how you can be a part of the University of St. Francis. Visit usf.edu to learn more about the University of St. Francis. The new Kaylor Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Buffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free child care while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.
And welcome back to Norwell. The agreed upon yard line is going to be the 40, so start from the plus 40. Buffton will have the ball first. And brought down after a gain of a couple. Both of the offenses have kind of begun to shut down. Of course, these are the reserves at this point, but neither varsity team was able to score on their last drive, and neither JV team was able to score on their first drive. Second down and 8 from the 38-yard line for the Tigers. And the snap. And, well, he threw off the defender. Missed tackle, but still did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. Brought down behind the 40. Third down and just outside 10 for Buffton as both of the offenses kind of fell apart here as of late. Buffton's offense got off to a real nice start, but then was shut down after that. Both of these teams trying to pick up any kind of momentum they can going into week 1. Norwell's been preparing for Eastbrook for a couple of weeks now. Always a tall order than the other non-conference game against Heritage the following week. Fourth down and 8 coming for the Tigers. Pressure's coming over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it really doesn't matter anyway, as they'll have to return to the 40, but probably should have been picked off that time by the Knights. In any case, it's knocked down. A couple more subs come on as they're trying to rotate some more players in. Trying to make quick defensive changes. First and 10 again from the 40 for Buffton on first down. Snap, handoff, got some room to run. Across the first down marker, and he shakes off the last man towards the pylon. He is tackled down into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. Oh, get enough for the first down after the ball was fumbled forward. And it's first and 10 at the 27-yard line for Buffton. This will be the final play of Buffton's offensive evening. Five touchdowns for the squad so far. Nice protection. Throw a deep ball. It's not going to make it there. And that will end Buffton's drive. They do get it into the end zone once, and it's time for Norwell to get their 8 plays. I assume they're going to start from the 40 as well. Norwell making the changes. Knights have only been able to get into the end zone once. It's been a little bit of a struggle. But one touchdown pass successful. 4th and goal from the 14. A nice conversion there. And the Knights will, again, spread out the offense. 2 receivers, split to the right and 2 to the left. Waiting for the thumbs up. And the snap back. Delayed handoff. Instead, it's kept, and he's got some room to run. He's going to have enough for first down yardage, and he falls forward inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 16 to move the chains on first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw and trying to dance. Gets up the middle. He's got some room again after a nice block contact made past the first down marker. I believe they're going to move the chains for a second consecutive time as the offense begins to move. Picked up 10. That's all he needed. He's down to the 15 at this point with 6 plays left in this scrimmage. Man in motion, and the snap. Pitch out. Still going forward. Brought down near the 5, and they're going to give him, nope, not going to quite give him first down yardage. 2nd and about half a yard. But 3 consecutive plays that have gone near 10 yards for Norwell. Really threatening to score now as they sit just outside the 5-yard line, trying to punch it in for a final time. And the handoff up the middle, good enough for first down yardage, close to the goal line, stopped about a yard shy, and it'll bring up 1st and goal. 4 plays to go. As the Knights will make a substitution. 2 subs will come off. First and goal from Colt, the 1-yard line. Snap, looking to throw and trying to get out of trouble. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 1 again. Still about 3 feet to the end zone. Buffton had a chance to swallow him up for a loss of several yards. Could have gotten him back by the 5, but he was able to get forward. Here's the handoff, and he scores. The Knights are in for the 2nd time this evening, and with 2 plays to go, they will return back to the 40-yard line for 2 final plays of the scrimmage. So the varsity scores once and the reserve scores once. And a snap. Little screen pass. It is hauled in, I believe. And unfortunately for the Knights, that's going to mean a loss of a couple of yards, as it was bobbled again. Able to haul it in just before he was brought to the ground, and this will be the final play of the 2017 scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Norwell. Here's the snap. They're going to go long over the middle, and it is fought down and knocked incomplete. That will end the scrimmage. And Scott, I don't think it's fair to say either team really built a whole lot of momentum going into week 1.
No, at the end of the day, it really came down to red zone offense.
Yep.
Tigers scored 3 or 4 times in their red zone sets. And aside from a couple of long plays, pretty much a draw today.
Yeah, I would agree. The defense is kind of won. I think it was really clear to me that Norwell's defense got better as the scrimmage went on. First drive a little shaky. I thought their 3rd down defense could have been better. But all in all, I think the defense turned in a nice performance this evening. That's what they're going to need next week to shut down Eastbrook and give themselves a chance to win with a couple touchdowns.
Absolutely. Tigers will go on the road. They'll face Northfield in week 1. They'll be back home to take on Manchester in week 2. They're non-conference games. And as Derek mentioned, Eastbrook week 1, and then Heritage,
right,
an ACAC foe in week 2. So that's what's coming up in the next couple weeks. And we've got some kinks to work out as well here on our software, so we'll try to work on that throughout the week. But thank you for joining us, Derek. Hey, thanks for chipping in. And so Derek will go back to his stats job for the Norwell football crew.
I look forward to joining the voice again in basketball
season. Yep. Absolutely, and we look forward to having him as well. So thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com. Really no score tonight, but the Tigers score 5 times. The Knights score 2, and this scrimmage will come to an end. Have a great night. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yep.